Welcome to the SAU Report, a program featuring news and events taking place at Southern Arkansas University. On this edition, which chronicles events taking place during the 1991-92 school year, we'll examine a change in the SAU presidency, from Harold Brinson to Stephen Gamble. We'll also look at other issues and personalities which had an impact at SAU. We begin with a series of reports dealing with the resignation of President Brinson and the selection of new President Gamble, as chronicled during the year by SAU broadcast journalism students.
Southern Arkansas University has formed a presidential search committee. Current president Dr. Harold Brinson continues to fulfill his duties as Chief Administrative Officer. His contract, which expires June 30th, 1992, has not been renewed by the SAU Board of Trustees for the past 2 years. Bob Burns is board chairman. He serves as president of Farmers Bank and Trust in Magnolia. Burns cast the deciding vote against Brinson's contract extension, causing tension between the president and some board members.
I think they're wrong. I think the record proves they're wrong, and I think most of it is revenge or being vindictive about the situation. We've had a lot of student success, a lot of faculty success. Things are going well.
The board recently voted to accept 10 appointments to the search committee. Their responsibility is to present 5 finalists to the Board of Trustees.
And the committee is representative of all segments of the university community, most of whom were selected by their constituents, which I was glad to see.
As the search committee attempts to find candidates to fill the office of president, Dr. Harold Brinson faces a dual task of leading a successful university and fighting for contract renewal. 9 men have headed the Magnolia campus of Southern Arkansas University in its 82-year history. It appears likely a 10th will reside on President's Circle next year. Until that time, students and faculty continue the fall semester awaiting the board's decision.
Dr. Harold Brinson has resigned as president of the Southern Arkansas University system. The resignation, effective December 31st, was unanimously accepted by the SAU Board of Trustees. A 6-page agreement between Brinson and the board was announced. Following a 1-year sabbatical, Brinson will return to SAU with the titles of President Emeritus and Distinguished Professor. SAU's new art building will be named for Brinson and his wife Jean. He'll be employed by SAU and considered to be a tenured professor until his 65th birthday.
This agreement is very positive. All the parties that are signatory to that agreement are in unanimous support that this document represents the best interest of Southern Arkansas University.
President Brinson's handling of SAU finances has been under investigation by the Arkansas State Police. Prosecuting attorney Tom Wynn will be evaluating allegations regarding Brinson's food allowance, disclosure of stock holdings, and spending of SAU Foundation funds. Board Chairman Bob Burns said the state police investigation had no bearing on the agreement with Brinson. The president feels the board isn't worried about the allegations.
It should be pretty obvious that if a board gives me this kind of agreement, that they're also not very concerned.
The Presidential Search Committee has narrowed its original list of 108 candidates to 16. In the next few days, the Board of Trustees will receive a list of the 5 finalists to interview. Depending upon availability, the new president could assume his responsibilities as early as January 1st.
Southern Arkansas University has a new president. The Board of Trustees unanimously approved the selection of Dr. Stephen Gamble, Vice President for Academic Affairs at West Texas State University. Board Chairman Bob Burns said Gamble received a 3-year contract which will begin in March. Gamble holds a doctorate in American history from Texas Tech University. He has 19 years of academic experience as a faculty member and administrator. Gamble previously served as Director of Admissions at Angelo State University and Admissions Officer at Texas Tech University. He has extensive experience in university planning, budget management, and curriculum development. He co-authored an enrollment management program at West Texas State.
There were 116 applicants for president of the Southern Arkansas University system. Gamble was one of 5 finalists interviewed at the Magnolia campus last week.
Other finalists included Dr. Robert Arbuckle, Chief Executive Officer of the new Kensington campus of Penn State University, Dr. Jake Looney, former law school dean and professor of law at the University of Arkansas, Dr. Lawrence Davenport, Associate Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Planning at the University of California, San Francisco, and Dr. Philip Rice, Director of the Graduate Division in Business at Louisiana Tech University. Dr. Donald Hafner, SAU Vice President for Student Affairs, will serve as acting president from January 1st until March.
Dr. Harold Brinson has been charged with theft and 3 counts of perjury. These felony charges stem from a state police investigation of SAU finances. Brinson resigned in November following repeated differences with the Board of Trustees. He is charged with allegedly paying $770 for his daughter's 1984 wedding reception with SAU food allowance money. 3 perjury charges stem from an alleged failure by Brinson to disclose direct financial interest of more than $1,000 at First National Bank of Magnolia, where SAU has a contract. There were varied reactions at SAU to the charges against Brinson.
I thought Brinson was a very good president, and I thought he took care of the students a whole lot better than what we're seeing right now.
I feel if he has done something wrong, if you want to dance, you've got to pay the fiddler, you know.
Brinson served as president of SAU for 15 years. His lawyer says his reputation is ruined no matter what the verdict turns out to be. An agreement between Brinson and the Board of Trustees when he retired in November could be voided if he is found guilty. Brinson is to become a distinguished professor at SAU next year, and the new art building is to be named for him. Responding to the charges, Brinson says, "I am not guilty of any unlawful act. I will make an appropriate response when the time comes." Penalties of these charges include 3 to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
The Bruce Center on the Southern Arkansas University campus in Magnolia was the site of a recent reception for the new president of the SAU system. Dr. Stephen Gamble and his wife Alice were greeted by a large turnout of both faculty and students. The initial welcome given by the university has made a lasting impression on the couple.
I'm very impressed with the students. You reach your hand out to be friendly, and they reach right back. And, you know, with that kind of welcome, you can't help but succeed.
Faculty members have expressed their desire to return the emphasis of education back on the student. Many are confident that this will be accomplished under Dr. Gamble's leadership.
I think the faculty is very excited about the new president. As you know, we had a thorough search for a good one, and we had some excellent candidates, and we honestly believe we've got the best man for SAU for right now.
Upon taking office, Dr. Stephen Gamble faces many challenges, not the least of which is trying to move the university past the negative publicity surrounding former President Dr. Harold Brinson. The Board of Trustees voted last year not to renew Dr. Brinson's contract, causing a heated controversy which ended in his resignation. Dr. Gamble is optimistic that his approach will help the university leave those problems in the past.
Well, I'm just really hoping that as people get to see me and get comfortable with my style and see that I really mean it when I say that we need to have a student-centered university, and that the most important activity that occurs at the university occurs in the classroom. As soon as they see that I mean that, I think things will go well.
This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Many other events took place at SAU in the past year. Coming up next, we'll take a look at construction of the new art building, the Woodward Guest Artist Series, computers making McGill Library more accessible, behind the scenes with campus security officers, and how federal grants are aiding the Agriculture Department.
The Southern Arkansas University campus is awaiting the arrival of its newest building. The new art facility is being constructed on the west side of the campus. The building will be 2 stories in height and will contain a gallery with glass walls facing the mall area. Workers began construction after the groundbreaking ceremony on February 1st, 1991. Art professors and students alike are anxious for its completion.
The new art building should be completed in mid-January. Hopefully we can move between semesters so that in the spring semester we'll be underway completely.
The new art facility has new and old students looking forward to the avenues it will bring.
It's going to be a terrific advantage. I'm real happy to see this campus at last have the art building that it deserves. Now we'll have superior lighting, and the students will be able to do their work as they should.
Caraway Hall, where the art department is currently located, is the second oldest building on the campus, built in 1913 as a girls' dormitory. Caraway has seen its better days as the building silently decays. This building, once completed, will be one of the largest art facilities in the state of Arkansas, with over 21,000 square feet. SAU's new art building has long been awaited by students and faculty cramped into close quarters. The hope of students is to attain artistic equality with other art students elsewhere.
The Woodward Guest Artist Lecture took place on the Southern Arkansas University campus in Magnolia. Featured at this year's workshop was Peter Palmer, a 40-year acting veteran of stage, television, and movies. Approximately 200 students attended several different workshops, in which Palmer instructed theater majors on different techniques used in the profession. He feels that if students work hard enough, they'll eventually get their chance.
Talent is talent. If I have any advice for young hopefuls, is to get as many tools as they can work with before they go to the big time.
The Visiting Artist Series is designed to give theater majors real-world experience, helping students develop their acting abilities. Plans for the workshop call for expanding it from 3 days to 2 weeks. Theater Chairman Jerry Cortez hopes next year's workshop features a dance expert.
We don't have anybody in mind, but we've had some suggestions that maybe we should get a dance artist in, because we're trying to build up the dance program. And if I can build up a dance program within the theater department by bringing a visiting artist in dance, it would help us considerably.
Theater students here at SAU put on 4 productions, including 1 musical per year. These programs are presented not only to the student body, but to the community as well.
Productions from the past school year include the musical Best Little Whorehouse in Texas and the drama One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Pay your dues, you get in choruses, you observe. Things really haven't changed since I was in school.
Miguel Library on the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia has upgraded its facilities. Data is now provided for students by computers, which replaced the slow, outdated card catalog system. Information can be obtained quickly and, if desired, printed out. This technology has been available for quite some time, and staff members feel the changes were long overdue.
The ability to access information quickly has been on the market for a long time. We feel like it is high time we had it, and we're so excited that we do have it now.
The computerization of Miguel Library is a major improvement over the old card catalog system, and students are now getting easier access to needed information.
It's very nice because it's so easy. Like, people have never used a computer before can use this because it tells you everything to do, and it's just very easy.
The new system has proven to be more efficient for filing than the card catalog, and library employees agree that other important tasks are now receiving more attention. Future plans involve the addition of a map to the computers, which would give students the exact location of the book they are searching for. This trend of computerization is not only speeding up the process by which students are conducting research, but is also making their data searches for research projects as detailed, thorough, and accurate as possible.
Southern Arkansas University's Department of Public Safety officers are a combination of both police and security. The department consists of 3 members, 2 of whom are certified police officers. They have a twofold purpose: to serve and to protect. Some services performed are unlocking vehicles and buildings, fixing flats, and jump-starting cars. Students have differing opinions on the performance of SAU's officers.
I know there's been a lot of vandalism in the cars, and there's been a lot of incidents of people sneaking into the dorms, and they might patrol more and control what's going on.
SAU's Department of Public Safety dispatches through and works closely with the Magnolia City Police. From a legal standpoint, Officer Larry Lundeen says he also has duties as a certified police officer.
We have to uphold the laws of the state of Arkansas, and any infractions of the laws on campus, we have the right and the authority to make arrests And at that point, we have to decide whether or not we are going to take university action and handle it through disciplinary proceedings for the university, or if we're going to press criminal charges and make arrests.
Officers say the toughest part of their job is having enough judgment in deciding between actual violations and high spirits when dealing with students. As far as protection goes, one of their main jobs is to secure the buildings. Although their duties are similar, SAU's officers are not a part of the Magnolia Police Department.
The Agriculture Department at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia has acquired several grants to aid in teaching students. Already a number of facilities have been constructed with these funds to help in utilizing waste production. This poultry shed reaches over 150 degrees centigrade in composting dead chicken carcasses. Chicken litter is also composted in the shed, but is then compressed so that it can be carried to the Arkansas Delta to help replenish crop land. Department Professor Jim Tollett says that this particular program serves as an example for other agriculture operations.
A university grant for composting dead birds has turned into be one of the examples that the Southern Arkansas people are using in growing their broiler flocks, particularly down around El Dorado and Nashville and those areas.
Another grant was used to build a swine composting shed which experiments using pig carcasses as fertilizer. Plans for current grant money call for a digestion waste operation for hogs which will use energy to heat the facility and recycle water. Students get involved by maintaining both facilities even during the summer.
I do our daily routine check of picking up our dead and keeping an account. Then I take it to our compost shed. Since it's busy summer, it's about 2 people down there working along with Mr. Porterfield. Usually it's 4 during the school term.
The department has become more successful through these grants because the students now are not only involved in the day-to-day maintenance of the facilities, but often the construction of them as well. A third grant the department has obtained involves a minimum tillage field close to the campus. Low-income families use the land to farm on and then sell the crops at a local farmers market for profit. These grants are not only helping students learn, but the techniques have proven to be beneficial for many farmers in southwest Arkansas. This is Brad Lane reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
And that wraps up this edition of the SAU Report. Thanks for watching.